Hello guys, in my last video I actually showed some of the movements or actions that I expect everyone to be able to do. But if you're not able to do them, you certainly have some muscle weakness. Today I want to do like a build up on that video as has been requested by some of the valued viewers to establish the relationship between some of these movements and neuroscience. So today I want to explain the link between the brain, the spinal cord, the nerves, the muscles, and how these things, if something goes wrong, how that can lead to weakness, and how that can help us to, find out what's wrong. And the particular movement I was talking about today is walking on your heels. So if you're not able to walk on your heels, then that is what we call foot drop. It may not be very manifest. In some people, it's quite manifest as they walk around the legs or their feet that get caught, they trip and they fall frequently. So in that case, it's very obvious. But in some other people, it's not so obvious. So maybe it only becomes apparent when you ask them to walk on their feet, and then you note and their heels, and then you notice that they can't really, lift up the foot off the floor that way. And that's what foot drop is. So before going into causes of foot drop, I need to establish a foundation for you to understand what we're talking about and the basis for all of these things. So the first thing is that we all know that our brains are inside of the skull, and then the skull has got an opening at about the base of it, through which it continues, the brain continues downwards as the spinal cord. And the spinal cord is housed and protected inside of a spine. So the spinal cord extends all the way down into the spine and the neck and down in the upper and lower back. Now the brain is the commander, okay, and together with the spinal cord, they are the commanders of everything that we do. But they send the signals through certain entities or wires that we call nerves. These wires are offshoots of the brain and the spinal cord, and they come out through specific holes in the skull and holes in the spine. And as they come out of those holes, these holes are, crafted in between bones and, joints. So if for any reason there is a problem with these bones and joints, that can infringe upon the passage of these nerves, and that can generate symptoms. So as these nerves pass, they eventually get into the arms and legs, and then they travel to the muscles and they help to move the muscles. So I will talk about foot drop today. So if someone is not able to elevate their foot, the two commonest reasons, please mark my word, I didn't say the only reasons, the two commonest reasons that we see in the clinic are: one, if there is a problem at the back causing, the nerve root number 5 to be impinged upon, or to be pinched or pressured upon, then that can generate a nerve root disease and can ultimately lead to foot drop. Because this nerve root, as it passes there, if the disc around it is protruded and or swollen and fills up more space than it should, that encroaches on the nerve and puts pressure on it, and that can cause nerve root injury, particularly nerve root number 5. So the nerve root appears to be vulnerable at that point. Now the second cause, which I will talk about today, is fibular nerve injury or peroneal nerve, depending on the source you're looking at. Older sources will call it peroneal nerve, newer sources will call it fibular nerve. So this nerve can be usually pinched at around the knee area. So these are the two commonest causes. So if you have foot drop, there's a very high chance that it's going to be one of these two things that are causing your foot drop. So thank you for watching today. I do hope you learned something. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. So I'll see you in my next video.